Good morning or afternoon, Speed Gaming. Welcome to another round of the Invitational. I am Tepedino, and with me is Westside Vandal, who should be with us in a quick second.
Yep, I'm here.
There we go.
The timing. All right. So
Fantastic.
we got some pretty good Link to the Past Randomizer Invitational League action starting for us today. We got Azules of Team Blue Balls versus Andy of Team. I forgot. Even though I should have it right in front of me, my windows are down. All I know is it abbreviates to Pug Squad because, of course, it does. And some Ambrosia here in week 2.
Yeah. With that, we know for a fact that our runners need no introduction. They're really good people out of the community. I think everybody that plays Rando has heard of them at least a few times.
Alrighty.
Are we get? We should be getting runner audio pretty soon, and they're off.
We immediately see some divergence here. Andy getting a shield out of Link's house, and as it says, deciding to start at Dark Chapel, which is a interesting call.
Yeah, I guess Andy started in Link's house just in case there are bombs there.
Which is a fair call in inverted. So for those unfamiliar with the mode, this is Inrosia, which is inverted world state. So our players, as you can see, start in the dark world and need to find their way to light world. Under the same rules as a normal starting mode, so they do need to find at least one glove, the Moon Pearl, and either the hammer or the other glove to get Dark World access that way, or they can complete Aghanim Tower with that required kit. In inverted, Aghanim's Tower is where Ganon's Tower is in an open mode seed, and Ganon's Tower is where it is on top of Hyrule Castle in the Light World.
Yeah, and when it comes to Aga Tower, a few things are different because we really don't need like a second sword or cape for that. Since we start off with a sword, all we need is lamp and some sort of access to the mountain, which usually is going most. It has to be the glove to actually make any sense to
Yeah,
ride
because you
there.
do need to get to the Light World to activate the flute if we get it. We do have the
Ooh.
bow in Pinball Room of Skull Woods. Interesting.
Oh, Skullwoods always has something. That's the truth of the game. And
Uh,
go ahead.
no, I was just going to say just more stuff about Inrosia as a mode. You touched on it briefly. Inrosia, you do start with the sword assured. The big keys are shuffled out into the pool, with the exception of Ganon's Tower. Big key is still within Ganon's Tower, and then the Rosia part of this, taken from Ambrosia, means that all bosses will have a non-dungeon item on them.
And I think that that's the one that usually for Ambrosia usually changes the count a little bit, and then you have the keys. So you really want to go to the dungeons, but you really want to find the big keys first. So it's that kind of dynamic because suddenly every dungeon has pseudo has an extra item because it could be in a big chest or something.
A
Uh,
very interesting hype cave for inverted. Usually in inverted modes, hype cave is going to actually generally live up to its moniker because we inverted starting world state doesn't lend itself very well to large amount of items. So you'll usually find them concentrated somewhere. So that usually means, like I said, hype cave. Looks like the concentration is going to be somewhere else, like Thieves Town this time.
yeah, indeed. Hype Cave not having something is definitely something that doesn't happen very often. So the chat is asking, like you said, just to double down on that, the Ganon Tower big key will be in Ganon Tower. It's the only one that's not shuffled around the world. So we will get normal Ganon Tower, I guess.
Well, as normal as Ganon's Tower can be in inverted, anyway.
Yeah. And another good part of Inverted, and if you played the regular random, there we go, got a glove. I guess lamping tapes down, most likely, or flute, I guess.
Possible.
So if you played the vanilla game or if you played the regular randomizer, you know that when you go to the dark world, things hit hard. They hurt. And as a matter of fact, when it comes to Ambrosia, that doesn't change.
Yep.
So suddenly you start the game with 3 hearts, a sword, and I've been killed by that giant in front of Link's house more than once on my initial jump. I'll be honest about that.
Yeah, that can definitely happen. Yeah, I remember when Inverted first came out as a mode. There was I believe it was a SpeedGaming daily race showcasing it, and our poor unfortunate featured runners got just stymied by a 3-heart green male blind. That was hard required. Ooh, Andy showing off the strats there. Hits the same Octorok 5 times in the archery game to get a bigger prize at the end.
You get, if I remember correctly, you get 99 instead of 64 in the last one. Is that it?
Correct.
Okay. Ooh, we got the hammer.
And yep, that tracks for Inverted because we did see the glove come out there. So we now just need to see the Moon Pearl, and we have Light World access.
Are we finally getting an Ambrosia that does not require Aga? I would like to see that for a change.
I did actually calm one yesterday, so.
Okay. Let's get another one. Nothing against Aga. I just want to see you. Andy just being Andy. That's true.
Yeah, accurate.
Yeah. Oops, AD.
Yeah. Oops, all dungeons. Yeah,
Oops,
about that.
AD,
How about not?
No, please no. Oh no, I haven't seen a pet seed in a while.
Same, and I'd like to keep it that way this morning. Thank you.
I mean, we get. If we,
Granted,
if
with these runners, it's probably going to take about the same amount of time as a regular seed, but.
I was about to say that. So now the big thing is that with that hammer, we have unlocked both all pyramid, pod, and catfish. And with that bow, pretty much everything in pod is open. Now, if they can just find like a big key for pod, that would be.
I was about to say they are going to want to try and find a big key to make that a bit more palatable. Now, granted, this isn't Key Sanity, so all the small keys and whatnot are still in Palace of Darkness.
That hurts. That's really unfortunate.
Alrighty.
Tree Heart, Dark Pod, clear. I mean,
if anybody could do it, it would be these two runners.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it could always be worse. It could be Machula with Fighter Sword and 3 hearts. I hate Machula. I don't think anybody really likes Machula, I guess.
Well, what I've started saying on commentary is with Mothula, most times you're fighting the room, not the moth. You're happening to fight a conveyor belt room with spikes that just happens to have a giant moth in it. So
that makes perfect sense. And how about as going for that piece of heart, I would totally go for it as well.
Yeah. Again, we are in Inverted, so the overworld state is rough damage wise. And he knew he was at 3 of 4 pieces for a heart, so might as well take the extra steps, get a little bit extra health.
That's the next
I can't imagine he makes that play if he knows, for example, like that would be his first piece of heart, or second. I think he knew he was pretty close to another heart and just went, okay.
Okay, Sure, I suppose I can't keep track of pieces of art. I absolutely cannot.
Well, if you play this game enough, it almost becomes kind of an instinct where you're just like, okay, I feel like I've gotten three pieces of heart, so
Oh, okay, yeah,
this one's going to be a refill. And sometimes you're wrong and it hurts, but
well,
that's just rando.
I mean literally keeping track of it. Like, oh, I know I have three. No, I mean the
Oh,
feeling is understandable, but and the trip did not pay off. Ow.
and Andy's left with a gross amount of rupees after paying Kiki. Math jokes. Uh,
I, yeah,
oh,
sure.
okay. The moment has passed. He picked up a rupee. Dang it.
I'm not sure I understand, but sure. Yeah,
Google it,
yeah,
kids. Google it.
yeah. Let's go
Learn yourself a thing or two. All right. So it looks like we are going to have both runners in Palace of Darkness at the same time, which does make sense. Yeah, 144 is known as a gross mathematically. So,
My God, I just
yep.
googled it. I wish I
Yep.
hadn't. I wish I hadn't. Ah.
All right. So we are bow locked here in this Palace of Darkness, and Andy using his bow to great effect here. Getting up close and personal with that red Igor there, red mimic.
Do you know who you're talking to? And another good part of it is that since they have hammer, probably won't need like a death warp or something like that.
Nope. Gonna just be moving forward here in Palace of Darkness with a couple of small keys, which after being bow locked.
Or not.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Sure. Sure.
I mean,
I guess it makes sense. It just, I mean, yeah, it makes sense because you had to go all the way around. I guess it evens out. I don't know. Andy probably knows what's best.
well, here's the thing. This isn't a key sanity seed, so Andy knows he's going to find replacements for the keys he's burning.
Yeah,
this isn't a situation where it's like, oh, what if my Palace of Darkness small key is on pedestal? You know. So, but like, case in point, right there, he replaced one of the keys he just burned. So.
So is that a wait? Okay. Okay. So you have the bridge check, and then to the back. Interesting. I really thought that walking would be faster in these situations. The more you know.
It probably, in this particular instance, about the same amount, but
yeah. Bombos.
There's our Bombos medallion.
How about we get flippers now, and it's time for Ice Palace.
Oh, good God!
Come on, I want to see that.
Three heart green mail cold stare on fighter sword and hammer.
You want to see that too. You know you want to. Ooh, lamp. Convenient lamp.
Convenient lamp, so we don't have to stumble around in either of the dark rooms here. Which probably means one of these dark rooms is going to have further. There's the Gate of Samaria. I didn't even finish the sentence.
We haven't. Oh, that nice call, chat. Really nice call.
Samaria and the flippers on laser. What's wrong with you?
Oh. Oh.
SpeedGaming chat. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, they dig deeper.
Ready? I did not see if and they found the. Never mind. They found the compass. They did
So
find
that was actually both remaining dungeon items for Palace of Darkness there. So it is all items all the way the rest of the way down, which actually I think is just the big key and Helmisar.
Yep.
So
As I said, it was a pseudo extra item. We're still gonna have to find a big key for that one. Yeah, Andy's not is not going to ice for us for that one. Sad.
all right, gonna be taking that nicely handled murderdactyls there. Gonna be taking that glove and lamp up the mountain here.
I'm really curious about a runner's choices. Like if you go to the mountain and it's pointing out to Aganin, any chance you go back down to try to do ice, or just beat Aganin?
I mean, I think Andy is just doing. I think Andy might just be doing Aghanim, to be honest with you, because I just realized he doesn't have Moon Pearl,
Yeah,
so he can't really do anything on Death Mountain in logic.
yeah, that makes sense. And most likely, then we will find something in the mountain to add progression. And if they find Moon Pearl, then no Aghanim. Unless,
Our runner's
of
pointing
course,
out logic schmogic, but at the same time, there aren't very many race legal glitches that allow us to get to most of the items on in this area. So,
yeah, possible
inside
TRN.
spec rock, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So they found Bombos. Bombos could be the medallion for Turtle Rock,
Turtle Rock.
which you would add a gross amount of.
Which
Thanks to
again, because this isn't a key sanity seed,
Oh yeah,
could have one or two things in it, but could also just be a waste of time because of key logic.
true, true. And they don't even have Fire Rod, and then they'll find Fire Rod here, and then will be immediately. Okay.
Oop, big key of some description.
Interesting. It's Merle in Compass Chest in TR. Compass Chest is the one.
Is the
first
one
step
on
on
the
the
bottom
left,
left of the main lobby? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hey, the things. Yeah, that would be gross. That's Pod Big Key. Oh,
Desert big key.
Ah. For the annoying double dip.
Andy not quite ready to make the call to Aga 1 yet. Just gonna go ahead and do some further exploring. I think this is Andy doing the pyramid ledge and catfish checks because
Yeah,
we
for
did
sure.
Azules did those first before going into Palace of Darkness.
Yeah. So that will even out our runners and pretty much put a for us to check what's going on. What would you do, Wes, with this one?
I mean, at this point, we are running pretty low on checks, so it would probably be something like the TR play, or just actually, it's probably gonna be TR. I can't really think of anything else that our runners have access to logically at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty much Super Bunny, TR. Yeah. And yeah, that's
And it's just,
literally it.
this is kind of where being an inverted focused runner comes in handy, because coming from standard, you are not thinking Turtle Rock at 18 minutes in a non-inverted seed. So it can be kind of hard sometimes to make the mental gear shift to go, oh hey, I have TR at 18 minutes. Yeah.
That's gross. TR, yeah, TR Super Bunny for sure. But after that, let's say you don't find Moon Pearl is what I'm curious of. And if you don't find anything, and if it's an actual Agassi. Yeah, you also have to be able to reach it, Turtle Rock.
Yeah, because again, this is inverted. We are on 4 hearts and green mail. Those Lionels hurt. Big pain, big ouchies.
Didn't
Save
even
and quit from Azazaz. Interesting.
did not even look at TR. Ooh, that's dangerous.
I mean, doing Aghanim 1, you can talk to Lazy Kid and the bottle vendor as a bunny.
True. Yeah, they do have a bottom. Yeah, you're right. Now, if Andy finds something relevant here, if Turtle Rock is actually Bombos, huh?
Yep, this is looking like the first pivot point of this race here, as Azaz is making the play for Castle Tower, and Andy, we don't quite know yet, but could potentially head to TR. Looks
Yep.
like he is, because he is not saving and quitting. He's walking back out of Super Bunny. So looks like he's going to check Turtle Rock here. If it's Bombos, there's a possibility that there's something in here.
I mean, worst case scenario. Oh yeah, it's Pendant TR, and it is
And it is
Bombos.
Bombos! Oh,
Oh
boy.
wow!
And Andy making the play into Pendant TR here.
It's one check. It's that one check.
And as Actiboker points out, as kind of legally obligated to prioritize Aga 1 because he is on Team Blue Balls.
Fair. I hadn't thought of that. Yep. It could be Bunny Walk for Fire Rod. Bunny Walk. Oh my god.
Oh, gross.
That would be nasty. Or it could be just
I
Fire Rod
refer to my
indeed.
earlier statement. SpeedGaming chat is always going to make it worse. The big key of Facedown!
Oh my god! That is disgusting. That is absolutely nasty.
Woo! All right.
Turtle Rock first strikes again. Jeez.
All right. We are having some technical issues with the game audio. We are aware and working on it.
Thank you for pointing out. Oh my god, this is 20 minutes in, Wes. 20 minutes in. this is fantastic.
Oh my goodness. All right. So we we at least get 4 heart blind fight.
Not that Andy needs an extra heart. Let's be fair about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, blind is a scripted fight, so shouldn't matter too much, but you never know.
Yeah, absolutely. You can, worst case scenario, you can go for a Somaria kill. It's annoying, but safer.
Alrighty.
With hammer, so there's no, we won't be leaving anything behind. That's, yeah. That has the potential to be seed defining.
Indeed, it does. All right. So Azaz did not take a extra heart out of the Circle of Pots a few rooms prior, but again, Aga 1 is kind of a boss where okay, all right. I was about to say it's kind of a boss where you can position properly to not take damage, and as I was saying it, Azaz did not position properly and took damage.
Yeah. Yeah, the blue ball angle is super annoying.
Well, blue balls in general super annoying.
Fair.
Oh my goodness gracious! Come on now, Aga.
I'm so worried about how did.
Wow! Wow!
Oof.
This is either hard required or just rubbing it in. Either way, pain.
Team name represents. Yep.
Agony. Eternal suffering, if you're so inclined. Anyway, there we go.
Meanwhile, the dungeon is more dangerous than actually blind when you think about it. Because
Absolutely, yeah.
it,
Andy's already gotten past the main pressure point, which is the pathway to the attic with the crickets in it, because those guys do 2 hearts of damage on green male, which is just disgusting.
yeah, but this guy's also deal 2 damage, so it has the potential to kill you still. Ooh. Okay, so bunny walk.
Yep. So Azaz has Lazy Kid and Bottle Vendor in logic, but has to walk all the way over to Kakariko to do it.
In the meantime, Thieves Town has nothing.
So far, nothing. There is a non-dungeon item on blind, so this could be what we came to TR for Thieves Town for. Third Thieves Town is also a crystal, so we do need that. That's the Master Sword on Cave 45, which we can't get without the Moon Pearl. Oof.
That's the sword. Alright.
Unfortunately, bunnies never skip leg day. They skip arm day, so they cannot lift.
Oh
Moon
my
Pearl
god,
on blind.
it's the Moon Pearl.
That's nasty.
It's gross. We will have an encounter in CAC. Unfortunately, somebody's going to be on the sad side of it. I mean, now we gotta hope for a fire rod for Az's ass. Or something.
Well, blue male.
Close to an ice rod. And bottle vendor.
10 arrows.
It could be Aga for Lumberjack. Yeah.
Oh, can Super Bunny some of the Cack Welch us?
Yep.
A single arrow of destiny. Ugh. More arrows. Oh, and a third sword.
Sword. Yeah.
Yeah, not looking good for Azaz right now, because that's gonna be a rough walk back for Thieves Town Big.
Where's Azaz going now? Is he going to the back of Skullwoods? No, right?
It sure looks like he's heading somewhere.
Okay, back of Skullwoods. Now the question is Azaz doing this because he decided he accepted that if it's in TR is in bad sheets, or just forgot about it?
I think at this point this is him going, okay, if it's TR, I'm in trouble.
Okay.
Alright, nothing there.
I think he's stuck. Okay.
Alright. Does look like he is doing the needful here. Honestly, I think though that's literally his last available location, so
Yeah.
definitely is going to have some ground to make up, which is not a position you want to be in against Andy. Not a position you want to be in against anybody, obviously, but especially against a long-established runner of Andy's caliber. Oh boy.
What big key was that? Was that Skullwoods?
That was Skullwood's big key, yeah.
Okay. All right, Dark Cross Shack. Yeah, so the Invitational has, if you follow the I'm sorry. So Azaz didn't even stop to look. He immediately had bombos and went for it.
Well, yeah, because again, I'm pretty
It's like,
sure, just kind of thinking roughly on it, Azaz knows that it has to be Bombos because he has
yep,
literally nowhere else to check.
yep. It was more of a, yeah, I know it's here.
Yeah.
TR was one single check per. Uh, I understand the logic. If it was me, I wouldn't skip it because I don't consider it as quite. I consider it as a quick enough check, but I wouldn't be surprised a lot of people skipping it.
As receiving the good word about the big T to Thieves Town. Oh my goodness. But yeah, you were mentioning you wanted to go without seeing a Aga 1 required in Roja Seed. The fact of the matter is, inverted lends itself to more Aga Seeds slightly more Aga Seeds on average. So when it's doing something that you're probably going to have to do anyway, plus 2 checks versus one slightly out of the way check that you're not quite sure of, I can see the logic decision there.
Oh, absolutely.
But
Go, go.
as chat also points out, the seed was very heavily going, hey, here's your Turtle Rock entrance starter kit. Maybe you should go check out Turtle Rock.
So, and if you think about it, it was basically one check into Rock versus 2 checks post Aga. So it wasn't that much of a advantage. And now Andy finding hook shot, finding flippers. Yep. See, it's
Yep.
starting to give a lot of things.
And the rich get richer here. Point of
Not, I think not realizing they could check TR makes more sense.
point of
Because we were talking about
order.
because we were talking about a runner that to this point did checks like Epfish and Pyramid Ledge to be very true before going to Pod in example. So I don't know. In my mind, as just forgot about TR.
Did Azaz go into Blind's Hut?
No, because as can check anything there.
Okay. My brain kind of locked up for a second because something Andy found in Blind's Hut before the hook shot triggered me as something Azaz had already seen, and then Andy found the hook shot, and I look over and Azaz doesn't have it marked, so my brain kind of went into vapor locked for a second.
Yeah, we know Sick Kid's dead. Oh yeah, that's a male, right? And he is probably on a way to find his tempered.
And I think that was what actually triggered twigged my brain, because the other male was in Blind's Hut.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why my brain went, wait a minute, because I just saw Andy finding blue male in Kakariko, and my brain went, didn't Azaz find that?
Makes perfect sense. Especially now, there are so many checks to watch for. It's weird to have this many checks 30 minutes in, and I understand that's how Ambrosia works, but my brain's not ready.
All right.
All runs are valid, absolutely.
All right, Andy, gonna be able to get that tempered out of K45. Probably appreciating seeing that. Because yes, Master Sword Silverless is, you know, a thing that's possible. I don't think you'll find very many runners that actually like doing it on a consistent basis. So getting the ability to do it, you know, do tempered Silverless even is just like cool.
I mean, tempered silvers is fun. It is fun. I particularly like doing it.
All right, looks like Andy gonna check the front of Hyrule Castle here.
Interesting checking the front before checking Uncle. Well, and
All
as
right.
has his Monpro and realizes that there's a good chance Aga was not required. I guess now it's hoping for Lumberjack.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would not be surprised to see him immediately weave in a lumberjack check here to see if, you know, maybe that can be his saving grace. Because if it's something that's hard required, Andy's probably not going to be thinking about that for a while with all the stuff we've found not tied to Ago 1 so far, so... Whereas Azaz probably at this point again probably realizes, oh boy, I'm behind.
Oh, absolutely. And so, in short, if if Lumberjack doesn't have anything, Azaz is gonna have to gamble with somewhat to find out, or Rando could be Rando and things would change in a blink of an eye. But well, we'll have to see. But I assume that Azaz will most likely take a more aggressive position after this.
All right, so Andy, meanwhile, all the way to Zelda's cell. I did not see anything of note in Hyrule Castle.
Nope. And okay, good thing that the guards still hit you for half a heart. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, with with as many hearts as Andy has, it's just faster to cut your losses and move on.
I mean, even though we have to check Uncle.
That's 2 checks that we can get back to at another time once we've found Mir, hopefully.
Okay. I guess.
Taking Andy, I believe, had like 5 full hearts of of health left. Taking that much damage and walking back are probably about the same amount of time, and it's a lot of time.
Fair.
So the thinking might just be, okay.
I'm just surprised with the skip. Like, really. I'm not questioning if it's right or wrong. I'm just surprised that in my mind, doing it is like you just do it. So I'm finding it very interesting.
Well, okay. So from Andy's perspective, Andy does not know that Azazaz did not do Turtle Rock. These are very high end runners, and you have to assume that, you know, you're neck and neck. You can't just assume that a mistake has happened and you're comfortably in the lead, you know, or you know, I guess you could assume that, oh my god, I just gigabrained this location. There's no way this person did this before me. I'm in a good spot. So, you know, all that time for 2 checks as opposed to just saving and quitting out and being able to go do Dam and South Shore, which is 7 checks off the top of my head.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you. I'm saying before.
No, sorry, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to bury you or anything. I'm just more outlining.
No. You're fine. You're fine, and I totally agree with you that you should not go out of there. There's a bird out there. Not the best item, but an interesting one, especially if you think about logic. What I'm saying is, before you go into Hyrule Castle, why not do Uncle?
And honestly, that's a fair point.
And I'm not saying, oh, it's wrong. I am right. I'm asking. My brain can't understand. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, that's actually a fair point. If we're being honest, Fire Rod in Agina.
Oh God. Yes. Oh wow.
You know, just head back into Skullwood. It's, you know, just the other side of the map again.
Like, sure, why not? Right? Why not?
Granted, you know, Andy did have access to the rest of South Shore. Did decide to go left instead of right from the dam. So there's a possibility there's some other stuff in, like, say, Mini Moldorm and Ice Rod Cave. But
oh, absolutely. And Andy was farming gold to do rupees to do
The
Jesus.
king of scams, Zora.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice bomb jump setup.
That
Smooth
was
as silk. Hello.
that was sweet.
Chat also pointing out the grossness of the fact that fire rod actually unlocks the rest of TR.
It could unlock the rest of TR because of key logic. The front could be closed still, and mirror would be required for TR.
Fair, because inverted. You're right. All right, so as now showing off the other path, the road less taken, if you will, finds the Book of Medora, which is actually interesting because in inverted you need the Book of Medora to get into Desert Palace.
Okay, so as I was going to check one of our checks that changes, another of checks that changes with inverted, which is the Lake Highland Island. We saw K45 that is put down, so it's accessible only by light. And I
We
think
saw the same thing with Checkerboard Cave on
and
Andy's side.
Graveyard Lodge. Graveyard Lodge. I think Andy did Graveyard Lodge as well, didn't he?
Yep.
And I believe that's. Oh no, that's not. Ooh! Big key of ice. Okay.
All right, interesting little sequence of items coming out of the road less traveled, as it were, again, for Azazaz. Gonna be able to loop back around and do take a pretty decent shot at Ice Palace, and also go directly into Desert.
By the way, Motula is another 5/6 crystal. So we do have red bound access now.
Interesting.
I guess that's why Andy went for it. Because Ice Palace was right there. Could have done it. Maybe looking for the big key. I don't know. Probably find it on the way there. Let's see. Really interesting. Interesting.
Right. Ice Rod Cave, just a full heart container. I mean, I say just, but that is 7th heart, which nothing to sneeze at.
7 hearts or red mayo, I think they're safe.
Yeah.
I think they're really safe now. Okay, let's see where Eddie goes. Yes, I'll try.
So, Andy going to where are you going, Azaz? Okay. I think Azaz. I was about to say, I think Azaz may have just misread the Lake Hylia item and was double checking it.
I've done it plenty of times. I do not judge. Right, Andy's gonna find his book, and I mean, it's actually in inverted in this situation. It's actually a much safer play to the desert because there is no chance you're gonna be boot slot. Oh, but that
right. We do need to find the desert big. We have the desert big key. My bad.
Yeah, we do have it. Maybe it might be waiting for ISPK because yep.
And he'll be finding that shortly as well.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure Andy's looking for the big key. Or
just
giving,
a heart container.
Giving more, let me correct myself. Giving more chances to find the ice big key. Heart container. Sedge.
Alrighty.
I think Azaz is going to ice.
Which, rule of fire, pretty good play here. Could just be thinking rule of fire. Bombos is blocking fire rod for some reason. Unfortunately, we know that's not the case. It's in Agina's cave.
I'm sure it'd be fine, mostly because considering all the items, Azaz is most likely going to desert pretty soon and find that fire rod. Oh, Ice Arcade for Andy as well.
All right. So into ice.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have here. We do have Canis Mario, so we are going to see Icebreaker.
Yeah. Some people pointed out in the chat. Yeah, they won't be boots locked to be Lamelas, but it could be the right side could be locked for items. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Azules did. Desert right after this.
I was going to go ahead and flip the switch here, which is interesting call. Generally, you do this if you're intending to go directly to Cold Stare.
Yeah, either that or you don't have the big key. I'm guessing Azules is saying, yeah, I could just find all 3 items very soon. First check was an item, right? No, it was a key. Interesting.
Alrighty. So, more adventuring into Ice Palace we go. And we've found all of the non-dungeon items, so it's going to be items and small keys from here on out.
That's the worst case for hitting the switch. I mean, more, not really. It can, if Azules goes from the bomb jump. Oh, never mind.
Nicely done.
Really good. Bombos!
And with Tempered, just needs to make sure he saves enough magic for the initial bombos to crack the shell open, so it's fine.
Nice bomb jump. Yeah, there are some there are magic pots right in front of the entrance codes there. For bombos, if I remember correctly, they're not fully enough, but it's really hard to not have enough magic for
Mirror in Ice Tea Room. Hello.
Ooh, that. Now the seed's just giving everything. Now
Yeah,
TR has everything.
Yeah, Seed's just like, okay, I had my fun with the Thieves Town in Turtle Rock Compass chest. Here you go.
Right, they do have a green goo. Let's see, and a shield. Yep, and he's going straight, not really bothering to hit the switch. So this opens Pendant Swamp, and
with the exception of the big chest, but that's still like 9 items. So
and Pendant Turtle Rock, again, with the exception of the boss and the big chest.
Well corralled there, well, it was a well corralled Cold Stare. Got a little bit loose.
Yeah.
But cleaned up nicely by Azaz.
Yeah, Andy's gonna have most likely gonna have a much easier time with the fire rod. Since you can just pin Cold Stare to the left and fire rod it away with the green goo and everything.
I think we still need to find Flute for Misery Mire in Inverted. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Actually, no. You can walk to desert and mirror.
Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, because Mirror works in Light World. That's right. Inverted!
Yep. So the mirror was right there. Chat his ass. So, yeah.
Gotta love those little bits of timing where you can just be like, you want to know where Mirror is? Well.
Give me a second. It's right there. Okay, so Azaz going to and then the trip to deserts now so much better for Azaz.
Yep.
Oh, oh, oh,
Does
oh,
look like he's
oh, oh.
okay.
Okay, that isn't expected.
Interesting. This is an interesting decision here.
I like it. I really like it.
I kind of do too, honestly, because Azaz now knows that this seed has some shenaniganry going on. He might just be going, okay,
We seeing a Meyer be key in Sump? Are we? Oh, oh
yeah,
wow.
let's see how where this goes, because this could be interesting. If there is something that is hard required in here, this is going to again be one of those points that Andy just does not come back to
We
for a
said we
while.
said we wanted aggressive plays from Azaz. I couldn't be. I can't see any being any more aggressive than this at this point.
Yeah. This is basically going, okay, seeds again, like I said, this is recognizing that the seeds got jokes and trying to beat it to one of the punchlines.
Was there a pad check at all? No, we haven't had pad check.
Yeah, because the Book of Medora was all the way down in South Shore and our runners had other things on their minds.
Yep. This is 7 or 8 item. Oh, it's not really a big gamble, but you do have 1.5 crystals going on. And you have the whole desert area for Azazaz. Desert in inverted is actually much more dense than in regular because you have you have checkerboard, you have Agina, you have 2 items in desert, you have desert ledge, and then you have with the mirror you also have Meyer Shad and possibly Meyer.
So Andy gonna go ahead and do Pyramid Fairy here. I would also point out he's going to have the capability to clean up the uncle area here, possibly.
True.
Also, I also want to point out, as it says, gonna go ahead and left side swamp skip for the time being.
Interesting.
Silvers,
Oh, vanilla silvers.
brilliant. We see Diver Down from as it says here.
Very nice. And Azaz found the compass, so we will have something on the left side. I mean, considering there's no big key, there's always a chance for an item on the left side. Now, for sure, we'll have 2 items on the left side. And an item inside the big chest.
Uncle sneaking into Hyrule Castle with a satchel of bombs. Nothing suspicious about that at all.
Right? And a bottle.
Alrighty. So Key picked up. Azaz's gonna go ahead and kill himself and Argus.
And Andy's going to the mountain. Going to the mountain. That is Hera. And, oh, right. So now we open Death Mountain. Death Mountain has like a bazillion checks. And I said bazillion, no Brazilian.
Chat also correctly pointing out Swamp Palace is the green pendant.
Yep.
But
yeah, I admit that skipping left side.
yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything at the time, but if you're going to go big into Pendant Swamp when you have multiple completable crystals and a lot of Death Mountain, you're gonna want to go back in. Now that being said, Azaz might have just been kind of going, might have just made the play to just blitz back and just look at the item count before making a decision, but. Single completable crystal, fair point, yeah. But still, a completable crystal versus a pendant swamp is a fairly interesting gamble, but again, could pay off. Oh, the big key of Hera!
Oh, I'm a Hera pendant lover. I have to say, I'll always do pendant Hera if I can. So, yeah.
Not that the big key of Hera matters too much, considering we do have the hook shot and bombs for Hera pot, which I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Andy knows how to bomb Hera pot. Just gonna go out on that very shaky limb.
So
Uh,
I don't know if you heard, if you've seen. There's a recent, ether. That could be for Meyer. So there's a recent setup for Harapot where literally you only need to align 1 pixel.
yeah.
It's absurdly easy. It's in my opinion makes speed Harapot obsolete. My opinion. I'm not any great player. Just my opinion.
Yeah.
Don't yell at me, please.
Oh, ooh, hookshot cave here actually.
See, bunch of nothing so far.
And Quake.
Okay.
So pendant requirements not now moot, or not pendant, medallion, excuse me.
And
that actually could be huge for Andy if Meyer needs either of those, Ether or Quake. That's probably not going back up the mountain for a hot minute. All right, just mirror shield. Oh, well, so unfortunately, the swamp play doesn't quite pay out for Azaz.
God. Oh God.
Oh no.
Seed.
Oh boy.
Seed.
Oh boy. You thought you were done. You thought you were done with Turtle Rock? Surprise!
Oh, and Meyer and Mitz and Pennant Hera, which doesn't open a lot in Inverted. What am I?
Big
why am I
key
so
on
excited?
Bombo's tablet. Misery Meyer big key. Which Andy's going to get. Yeah. He's going to check that, but.
And Andy doesn't care. It just goes for a bunch of one frame movements and does her pod. Oh God. Everything is on the path. Yeah, but half is on one side and the other half is on the other side. That's so interesting. There's an item in the basement. There's an item in the basement.
Alrighty. Okay, nothing doing there. Small key of some description is on the desert torch.
Oh, so we do have items locking on the right side. We have 2 items on the right side.
Oh boy.
Boots.
Yeah, and plus, like I said, the small key. There is a small key of some description on the torch. So, I
mean, it is the regular small key.
Oh yeah, sorry, desert.
It's fine.
Not key sanity.
It's inverted. Oh.
Yeah, it's just inverted. It's not inverted key sanity.
My
caffeine clearly hasn't kicked in yet.
This is probably. I'm loving to see. I admit, I'm loving to see.
Oh, so Andy does not get the pixel to take a coffee break here.
No coffee break for you. No feed break. I like that.
Kind of surprised he went for the fire rod strat there. I usually, especially if I have the Cane Samaria, I'll just set a block down and do that. But to each their own.
Yep, quick door opening with this the boomerang. Now, Hera Basement. Does Hera Basement have an item? At this point, I think Hera has done enough. Okay, you've done enough. Oh,
All right.
did not check Agina first. Interesting.
I would I would hope he checks it on his way out of the area, but
The thing is that if there was boots there, you know, you could check more stuff in possibly check more stuff in desert.
we're getting the backdoor TR play from Andy here. Made possible by Inverted. There's a small key.
And yeah, as will be able to check to go faster to Machula and
Mushroom.
check pedestal. Huh. Okay.
And Laser Bridge has pretty much all of the Turtle Rock Smalls.
Okay, so there's a very good chance the front was in fact closed. Boots in GT, to be honest. Okay. Why? Why do that?
Why do you hate our runners so much, chat?
Yeah,
Good God.
Oh, why? Why do I do that? Just let us runners run. There's a reason they're called runners.
To quote Michael Scott, why are you the way that you are?
Oh my God, Andy. Okay. Yeah, Andy got soft locked there. He was on the wrong side of the pegs.
Well, doesn't look like he was planning on doing much anyway, because he immediately just said, "You know what? I'm done here."
Actually, probably going back in to check the rest of it. You can still escape there. How can you escape without boots? I really don't know. I only know wood. Ooh, ether for Meyer.
Uh-oh. And that, as we know, is on Floating Island, which has the... I mean, with the fact that... Ugh. Uh-oh.
Just do a sub 130 bootsless inversion. Yep. Yeah, with boots, I know you can bounce out the Samaria block, but without boots? Boots on Zora, we have checked Zora already. Unfortunately, no boots.
It was full heart container. Pyramid Fairy has been checked. It was vanilla silvers and the powder.
Black silvers. Vanilla silvers. Okay, so where's Azules going now? Oh, wait. Skullwoods?
Possible?
I'm surprised at the routing.
Did he ever come down and do race game?
I think he checked. Speed chain. I'm sorry, I completely forgot we could do speed chain with Mir.
And he trying to bait out the chain chomps, and for once they weren't actually taking the bait. All right.
Yeah, if pad is required, then it would be interesting again. But it would have to. Yeah, it would have to be a big key, right? Because we have everything else.
Yes. Well, actually.
Or a fetch item, I guess. Yeah, her rock didn't have anything else.
Oh wait, no, it couldn't be what I was thinking of. Never mind.
Andy exiting from the front, I guess. Oh yeah, Andy is gonna exit Turtle Rock from the front to do Spiral Cave.
All right.
2 big keys from no mode. Thank you very much, chat.
Let's see here. As does look like they are making the play up towards the pedestal and Skull Woods here.
Andy probably doing Spiral, I guess. Yeah, it's the last check from Deathmonth.
Could also do Spike.
Pod BK on pad. That would be interesting.
Oh,
Oops. Yeah, that bunk is so common because everybody's used to not for the thingy to not be there, I think.
yeah. I generally tend to mirror spot to the left there to avoid that, but that's just me.
Probably better since the edges are the same. We won't hear them anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately, some audio issues means we're jamming out to I believe that we use OC Remix in this situation, but
So Andy is going to probably Desert and Mire.
yeah, that would seem to be the play at this point. Probably gonna pick up that Meyer big key off of Bombo's tablet here. Jack correctly pointing out we do still have the right side desert checks that could possibly be holding one of our big keys.
Absolutely.
Or lead to the big key, like if we find shovel.
So people are saying that loot required for 2 ending. That's the first for me. Where I come from, it's the shovel is the true go mode.
All right, so down goes the moth for Tepidino.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting point of order here. Tepidino actually has more boss kills than Andy right now, or Azaz. Sorry.
So true. I don't.
Yeah.
But
Caffeine, please. Maximum health increased. Pedestal is pedestal.
Aww. I mean, there's still a chance with Green Pennant. Oh, Lumberjack check. Lumberjack check.
Oh boy.
Is it gonna be a Andy finding the reality of two dungeon items? A BK in Lumberjack would be interesting. Because it could be really good or really bad.
It's a heart container.
Yeah, so I guess at this point is Green Pennant or Reality UC. Where was Ice Rat? Ether Tablet.
Yeah, that's right. Ether tablet. Yep.
I remember it falling down somewhere, so I was like, wait, what? Yeah, if it's required at this point, because if Andy has to do Aga, it's going to be so much faster than Azaz's Aga. So, yeah.
Well, we already know it's not Aga because Lumberjack Ledge only had a heart container.
Yeah, heart container. Yeah, just pointing out what the chat was talking about. It made a lot of sense to me. So we have mushroom and powder. Like, I mean, Andy has those things. As doesn't. Were they out in the mountain? I think so, right?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
Both powder and
Powder was in Pyramid Ledge, or Pyramid Ferry. Mushroom was on Laser Bridge.
okay, so Okay, so these are 2 more chances of, I don't know, wasting time, I guess.
Well, and also remember, Azules does need to go back up the mountain to get ether off of Floating Island.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're getting Hyrule Castle check at this point. At this point, I thought both runners had done it already. It's my
Nope,
mistake.
not quite. And honestly, Hyrule Castle is again one of those things. If you're in an inverted mindset, you don't think about that often because, well, Aga Tower is it's Ganon's tower on top and not Aga Tower. So you're kind of sitting there going,
Yeah. So we have Misery Meyer for Randy.
yeah, I'm. Azusa seems allergic to going back up the mountain, but then again, it's understandable considering he's already been burned by it once. He might just be angry at the location in general, which is completely understandable.
Absolutely. What's the new entrance left at HC? It's the drop down from Ganon. When you fall down from Ganon, you have to exit to drop down again. That's where you come out of.
Yeah, because this is an inverted seed, so Ganon's tower is situated on top of Light World Hyrule Castle in this mode.
Yeah, for those who are getting here now and asking about the beginning of the seed, so we had a 50-50 between doing Aga Tower and doing one check in Terra Rock, and check in Terra Rock was the progression.
It was Moon Pearl.
It was a big key.
Big key leading to Moon Pearl. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that led to Moon Pearl on blind. So the routing in the beginning was really dynamic and very, very different. I highly recommend people to watch it.
Did as Bunny walk to Bottle Vendor? He did indeed.
Yep, Bunny Vendor, Bottle Vendor, Sick Kid, and even did a little bit of Catwell.
Yeah. Credits to Azules for keeping this race as close as it is, considering all that early gamble cost him.
I mean, is it really that close? Because Azules needs to do the whole mountain and Hera and wasn't there wasn't anything in Turtle Rock, was there?
Not that we saw, no.
Unless
I mean, chat kind of giving a little bit of guff for saying it's a close race. I'm not saying it's a close race, but it's a lot closer than you would think when we tell you a runner left progression behind at 10 minutes into the race.
Yeah, I may have interpreted that a little bit more literal than it was. I apologize.
Now, the gap closes up if Andy decides to go into Pendant Swamp, because, point of order, Andy has not checked the pedestal yet, so Andy is not aware that pedestal is dead at this point.
But
So Andy might go Pendant Swamp, just kind of going, that's a bunch of items and a pendant just in case it is pedestal.
Yeah.
But all about that.
Yeah. So. Yeah, then also Azules did not go into Turtle Rock. Now, if Azules decides not to go into Turtle Rock after seeing that ether, That would make the race much closer. Like go to Hera, get those things, leave.
What was in Hera again? I'm sorry.
Titan's Bit, which may not be necessary there. It only opens one check. And we don't even have boots. Still, there is a world where those beats are required, in fact.
Here's the ether pickup for Azazaz.
I mean, considering
Looks like Azazaz. Oh, hook shot. Does look like Azazaz is setting up shop to be here on Mountain for a while, so.
I was thinking about it. There's even a way to get into Kingston without that mitts now. So yeah, so Hera could be very well not required. I mean, not speaking of logic.
I don't think that's in logic, but you're right.
No,
Oh, boots on Vitreous! Gross!
Oh, that scene! It's so bad!
Oh my goodness!
It keeps... Oh, it's like, oh, you wanted boots? Here it is! Half an hour later.
Wow!
Oh, 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 oh. Well,
Azaz's going to be picking up the ice rod, and that is actually probably going to push Azaz towards Turtle Rock, because again, that gives you the ability to kill Trinex for what is a non-dungeon item.
I mean, it still needs the big key.
Fair.
We don't have TR but big key, but
yeah, that's correct. Yep, I forgot about that.
But I agree with you. Seeing, I see Ice Rod. I think they're a rock. Even if I can't beat Trinex, it feels Ice Rod for me.
Palace of Darkness big key was in the cutscene chest of Misery Mire, because of course it was.
It's like, do you want an item? Here's an item. Half an hour later from how do you want it?
Right, and oh, Eastern Palace big. That's gonna be go mode for Andy.
It was there all along. Oh, that is disgusting.
And that's gonna about wrap this one up. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I mean, there are some that are of the mindset of trying to keep it hype and interesting on commentary. This is not one of those times, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, it was a heck of a race, regardless. It is a heck of a race, regardless. It was so much stuff going on, and so much our runners did with the out of DC in the world of seeds. This was a seed. It had a layout. Jesus. Flute doesn't do anything, could be anywhere. That's right.
Comedy option flute on Moldarm's lunchbox.
What's the Moldarm lunchbox?
Also known as validation chest. The chest after Moldarm 2.
Okay, that makes sense. Today I learned something. Do they need Ganon V key? They do. They do.
But it's in Ganon's tower in this mode.
So which means we will get our minigame. We will
indeed. But that is 2 crystal clears from now, so we do still have a little bit of time before we open the floodgates on that one.
Not yet. Hold those numbers. And the weird part is that depending on go modes, people will usually go and say, "Hey, I'm gonna check this just in case there's something. Maybe I'll find silvers." They have silver. Andy has silvers.
Yeah.
Doesn't even need to open a chest. And I'm certain Andy does not care about the goat sword.
Chat. Stop it.
Come on, Chet. Come out, Chet. Come out. It's my fault. I'm
Stop
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry.
No. I'm staying at chat.
Yeah, but I caught it.
The dog whisperer.
And that's one more Christopher Andy. And it turns out those myths were completely irrelevant. And not only they were completely irrelevant, but they came in a moment where they were not even quality of life. That's the seed for you. That's what this seed did. Yeah, this is a palette. For a second, I was like, okay, place this.
Alrighty. So, I don't have the full logic laid out in front of me, but this race started with a Thieves Town big key in the compass chest of Turtle Rock.
Mm-hmm.
To get the Moon Pearl off of Blind.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. We needed the Mirror, which was in Ice Palace, to give us access to Mire, which we needed to get into Mire via the Ether Medallion, which was on Floating Island. And then Vitreous had the boots, which gave us the Desert Small Key off of the torch to go to the right side of Desert for our Go Mode Eastern Palace Big Key.
Yep. Gross like that. Of all the seeds, this was a seed. All
I'm
right.
going to be facing off with his 7th crystal boss here, the King of Helmasars. 17 whacks with the hammer, and then either a silver arrow to the exposed weak point, or a couple of sword slashes.
And I guess now could be time for the game.
Now is the time. There are 22 locations in Ganon's Tower where that small key could be. Enter a number from 1 to 22 in chat. Closest without going over will win a prize that may or may not exist or be useful in any way, shape, or form. The betting will close when Andy enters Ganon's Tower.
And Andy's gonna do the save and quit here, or not? Just gonna dash to that. Maybe valuing a little bit that full life. Just for oh, never mind. Andy hasn't done Aga. Ignore me. Inverted.
Alrighty. I just realized I can't scroll my chat window up, so oops.
I got it. I got you. I got it. There are so many here. Yeah. What's
Is
your
Ambrosia
number,
the actual
Wes?
name of this mode? Yes.
That is literally the name. What's your name for? What's your number for?
I generally tend to say either torch or tile room. So I generally tend to say somewhere like 3 or well, I guess tile room would normally be 22 if you're a sane person, but
you never know, right?
the same descriptor doesn't usually apply to rando runners. I've found, myself included. 1 and 2 for Andy. Hope room, not it. Andy gonna go full right with that small key. Using the silvers to take out a Gibdo. Canis Samaria to flip the switch twice. Not bad. Nicely done. Number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. Nothing doing there.
Just gonna steal that key. Is it gonna be torch just to add insult to injury?
Lucky number 7 is not going to be the key.
Nope. Is it gonna be my number 9? I always go for 9. I don't know why. I didn't call it, so it doesn't count.
Number 8, half magic. Number 9,
weird.
10, and number 11. It's ridiculous. It's not even funny. It's the map.
Ah, it's a burrito. So hungry right now.
Fair enough. All right, number 12 here. Gonna be 10 arrows.
Nice dash.
Nice boomerang.
How about those red pegs there? Those blue pegs that are red, and the red pegs there are green.
Alrighty. Number 13 gonna be coming up here shortly. Number 13, small key. Right, coming up on Randomizer Room, so named because, generally speaking, outside of either a very casual playthrough or other conditions, you're not going to see this room. So 14, 15, 16, and 17? Nope.
Oh wow! Is it the legendary 22? Are we getting the 22?
This seed, much like Taylor Swift, is feeling 22 right now. I hate myself almost as much as you hate me. Trust me.
Higher room, please, says the chat. To no surprise. Oh.
Oh, no, there it is. Number 18, the big key of the dungeon.
Number 18. Let's see here. Did we get some 18s? Portonium got an 18. Johnny Q got an 18.
Who was first, though?
Portonium was, so yeah.
Okay. Portonium, you have won a gifted subscription to SpeedGaming from Skippy. Nice. Not exactly what I was going for. What I was going to say was you have won a lifetime supply of Link to the Past randomizer seeds redeemable at ALTTPR.com, emulator and ROM not included, void where prohibited, and as always, if your standard seed lasts longer than 4 hours, please consult a YouTube tutorial. Thank you. Come again. Andy climbing the gauntlet here in Ganon's Tower.
That's better than any gifts I ever given. To see some. Oop, I was going to say some really nice gauntlet, but Stoffel said nope.
Yeah, the blue horse heads can be a little bit on the annoying side. Gauntlet can really just kind of decide to ruin your day if you let it. Nice little magic pickup there by Azules. Gonna have to be careful. 1.5 hearts going into the bottom of Misery Mire here. All right. Ba-boom. Right. Wizrobe 2, well done by Andy. 2 of the most satisfying rooms in the game right there are the 2 Wizrobe clearance rooms there.
Get the words out of my mouth. I love those rooms. Now, I love how Andy's fire comes out red and the torches are steel.
Yep.
Just
Palette shuffle.
so confusing.
Listen, the palette shuffle just decided it wanted to make a tribute to Acquisitions Incorporated. Green flame. Oh. All right. Andy does have powder. Chooses not to take a health refill.
And Azazaz going for that burnout kill. Did in fact Azazaz did most of Meyer with minimum life, so kudos.
Andy taking care of business on Moldorm 2. As meanwhile receiving those boots and probably gonna be getting his Eastern big key right as Andy finishes up with the Geometry Wars here.
And Azazaz gonna do the same thing Andy did and enter.
Pretty
Desert.
friendly Aghanim 2 here.
Yeah.
Nicely cleaned up by Andy. It was the boots that Asa was specifically missing because they are locking the Desert small key is on the torch, and the right side of Desert has the Eastern Palace big key, which we need to get to Armos Knights as a required crystal.
And we have the Ganon drop.
Yep.
I mean,
Andy heading into the big pig fight here.
Andy didn't grab the magic refuel either. I mean, Andy has a green goo and silver. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, Bowie. This is a very randomized version of Link to the Past. I don't think we have enough time to explain all of the randomization before Andy's going to be in good game mode here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Silvers definitely make the Ganon fight easier, but it is entirely possible to kill Ganon without them.
Yeah, so the big thing in this format is the fact that we start in the dark world, which means it's, oh my god, pink Ganon.
Whoa.
Oh,
Almost had the triple, but cleans it up anyway.
Zero teleports pink Ganon, and as soon as Andy crosses the bridge, go ahead and throw your GGs in the chat.
Andy pushing it right to the red line on, falling off the bridge, but does survive it.
It's less than half a tile there from. All right, sees the done, and I guess.
And Azaz immediately sees that and drops the forfeit. So GG's to both of our runners here. Looks like we are going to have Andy joining us here. Whoop, there he is. GG's, my good man.
GG's.
GG's.
So, you have to ask, how do you feel about that big key? The Thieves Town big key?
It wasn't what I was expecting to get from Turtle Rock, but I had a nice chuckle.
Yeah.
Right, and we have Azaz GG's as well.
Yeah,
Hello?
that big key. Oops, sorry, Azaz. Didn't mean to step on you there.
Yeah. Just the GG's, Andy. It's
GG's,
interesting. Yeah, interesting race. It's kind of lack of experience in inverted mode that hurt me a little bit at the beginning there.
Yeah, we thought that might be one of the things at play. We were discussing as soon as we kind of realized in the booth that, oh hey, we can get into Turtle Rock at like 10 minutes in. There was a little bit of discussion on how unless you're familiar with inverted, that's not something that enters your mind because you're at like the 10-minute. In most other scenarios, you're not thinking Turtle Rock at 10 minutes in at all. And unfortunately, in this particular instance, oh hey, Thieves Town Big Key leading to Moon Pearl on blind.
It was a interesting logic. Like, I mean, could have gotten lucky on the Moon Pearl being, I don't know, sick kid or whatever. But I mean, anything can happen.
Yeah, I think it was the combo of unfortunate situation because you did ended up doing Aga Tower, and then we were actually really interested on your thoughts when you went into Swamp.
I mean, just got in the mirror, had everything for it, and lot of items. I wasn't really concerned with it being a pendant. So I pretty much played for Aghanim and played for pendant. And yeah, that's 0 for 2 in this game. I pretty much made the wrong call every time I need to make a call here.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's rando. I guess
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Oh, go ahead.
I had something and I lost it. Sorry. Yeah, honestly, this race was interesting to watch. Actually, looked like you might have been able to make a comeback if you made the swamp play. When you had a fully clearable crystal. And if that had paid off, that would have been an interesting kind of race to watch if there had been something in there. Was that your thinking when you went into Swamp as it says? Was okay, that Turtle Rock thing cost me. If something is in this pendant swamp, that might be the key, the thing I need to get back in this.
I mean, not really. It was just thinking that it was pretty likely that there was something like some key or like something in Swamp. It's like 7 items, right? Plus the cream pendant. And I thought about doing, what was that? Desert first. I thought also desert, not as many items, probably some of them locked, which was the case.
Understatement.
Yeah.
That was kind of the second nasty-ish trick this seed pulled was, oh hey, boots on Vitreous to go right back to desert for your go mode Eastern Palace big.
I mean, it would have been worse if you didn't have the mirror at that point, but I don't know if that was possible, like not having the mirror at that point.
Depend upon where the flute was.
Where flute, yeah.
Yeah, which actually that's kind of surprising that we didn't find that. Although it's probably in Ganon's tower somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, either that. Like, yeah, I can't think anything anywhere else. So maybe a green pendant.
Oh yeah, we didn't see the green pendant turned in. That's actually correct.
Yeah, basically that.
I had all the boots checks.
Yeah.
3 things in Eastern that I didn't do. I didn't do Smith Chain, Bat, Mushroom. I had some Turtle Rock stuff left.
Yeah, I guess. Well, we found out today that Ambrosia can confuse a lot of people. I know Wes and I got
yeah, we got our wires crossed a few times up here. That happens. But then again, I have the built-in excuse of being on the West Coast and not caffeinated. 9 a.m. in the morning, still early for me. Shut up, chat.
Come on. I can't say that. It's like 3 p.m. here.
All right. So, I didn't have anything else of note on the seed. So, looking forward, this was your first matchup this week, correct?
Correct.
Do we know who's facing off in the second match, and has that been scheduled?
I don't know if it's
no schedule, but it's gonna be Airy against Madcap.
That is a pretty decent matchup right there. How are you feeling so far about your play in the league so far? Andy, your team 9 points now, and Blue Balls has 6 points.
Yeah, I mean, Inversia is definitely one of the more difficult weeks to, I don't know, predict what the results are going to be, just because, you know, they're even with, you know, if Swamp had something, this could have gone the other way. If Aga Tower was required for Sick Kid or Pearl or something, this could have gone the other way. You know, there's even though I didn't make any of those plays, there was still I was missing 3 big keys for like 35 minutes probably.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
So you know, there were still tons of points where this race could have gone either way. So you know, you never know. You know, it's also Invitational League. Everyone's really good. You know, no, there's no guaranteed wins at this level. So feels pretty good to start off 3-0 for sure, though.
It was an absolute heck of a show you gave us here. I really appreciate you playing, giving entertainment, pure and simple entertainment. I know I had a great time casting this race, and I look forward to seeing where the league has been fantastic, and every year it just gets better.
Indeed. Having watched the league from the opening seasons, I can definitely attest to that. It has been interesting watching the league grow and watching the quality of play grow across these 5 seasons. And it's only going to continue. We have got a lot of action forthcoming this week and over the next 7 weeks. We're going to have another invitational matchup. It's going to be the Turtle Rockers versus Team Hime coming up shortly here on SpeedGaming Prime. Looks like we also have action starting on SpeedGaming 2 shortly. TM32 God Route versus the Eastern Skippers. Yeah, honestly, a lot of action today across the SpeedGaming series of channels. So be sure to check that schedule, see if you see anything you like. Want to give a shout out again to the runners, as Andy, for running today for us. If you're not already following them, what's wrong with you? If you're a fan of Randomizer, you should at the very least be following Andy at this point. Thank you to Tepidino for being in the commentary booth with me today. Bandman25 on tracking. Thank you for clicking the buttons behind the scenes to help us out with that.
Yeah, making our job easier. I know we couldn't focus on the game because Bandman had all the items for us today.
All right. So as I said, Invitational League well underway, Open League well underway. So there's plenty of league action on the SpeedGaming series of channels, 1 through, I believe we're up to 8 now, even though 7 and 8 don't get used that often. We do also have the ALTTPR League for some of the open mode matches. The ALTTPR League 1 through 4, I believe. And then on top of all of that, SpeedGaming Live is coming up very, very quickly. I know that snuck up on a lot of people. That's going to be happening live and in person here at the end of the month. So that is not the right command. Good job, Nate. There we go. So yeah, all sorts of stuff happening across SpeedGaming networks here in the weeks to come. So hopefully you find something to enjoy and stick around with. That is going to do it for us here. Stick around shortly. More league action will be starting here in about 15-20 minutes, looks like. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching us. Have a good day.
Thank you very much and have a great day. And stick around for the next one.